G'day everyone and welcome to Insight NBA. This is pick 4. This is my SGA build. Fingers crossed I get him in this one. Joining me at pick 11 is Skitty. I have no idea of what his strategy is. I'm going to try and figure out that one as I go. This is in honor of Mally because I'm not wearing any sleeves. So shout out to him and the Insight team. This is my SGA build. I'm going to get steely. I'm going to lock down field goal percentage, get a bunch of points. That's coming right up at you after this.
They're playing basketball.
Basketball.
It's time to strap in and get ready. The Insight NBA team is in the arena, bringing you the ultimate play-by-play on who's hot and who's not to help you win your leagues and dominate your mates. You're now hooping with your hosts, Matty G, Skitty, and Mally for the Insight NBA show.
Now, as you can see on the clock, the draft is kicking off in 8 seconds' time. Obviously, Wemby has been the consensus number one. So I'm going to switch between my views and I'm going to put it into the draft results by round as the draft board comes on off here. But I'm also going to keep eye on my players and I'm going to slide Shai in as my preferred. Now, it's been pretty much consensus. Okay, great. Here we go. Shai, it's going off the board as we see it coming out. You've got a chance with SGA here to really get great field goal percentage, a really strong elite free throw percentage. Steals, though, this is the one thing. I mean, the points are going to be there. He's going to rebound. It's all good. But steals are a volatile category. So if we're going to look to include steals, we want to make sure that we're going to back him up along the way with guys who can contribute. So if we think about it, he's a good playmaker, but not an elite playmaker. So again, assist those 10-plus guys. There was only a couple of them last year in the NBA. You're looking at guys this year like James Harden as well, possibly getting the per games. So as we look at the draft results to come off the board, it's moving towards what's Skitty going to do? He just messaged me. What is he? He's like, well, damn. Okay, me. Obviously, he wasn't hoping the bloody SGA was going to go there, but it's pretty much gone out. Giannis is coming in a lot. We can build off Giannis, but you are really just, you're just lighting the big bonfire, being like, hey, guys, I'm kind of punting free throws. To make up that free throw, oh, my Jesus, Joseph, Anthony Edwards to Skylar. That's not an auto pick either. That's insane. Holy shit, Chet Holmgren in this first round at 8. Tyrese at 9. Oh, God, this is going to be one of those hectic ones. This is, and these guys, these people are around here in this draft. This is some people are taking some swings that I'm not agreeing with in any way, shape, or form. Look how it broke down here. You've got Giannis going in at pick 5, pick 6, AD, 7. Jesus, Mary Mother, why would you take Anthony Edwards in the first? Anthony Edwards is not a first-round player. And by that, I mean maybe first round. By the way, Mike, that's a girl in a bikini, if I've ever seen one. Chet Holmgren, look, not first round, I don't think. Not this year. He had flirtation with that value last year, but with Isaiah Hartenstein, look, we can call him dependable second round and be confident in that fact, but to see him go off the board there, this is really just shit, like batshit crazy value for Tyrese Halliburton in the first round going at 9. Joel Embiid there at 10. Skitty is like chomping at the bit right now. You got Tatum. I'm going to message him. You got Tatum at 11. And I'm going to see what he comes back with on text because I know he's with his missus and he's doing this under the table. He also had a chance of Trae Young there, which I think is a great first-round pick. He goes to David at pick number 12. So, all right, getting back to my SGA build because I've got to start thinking about it. Steph Curry pairing up. This is just a couple of guards and threes and points right there for David at the top end of that draft. I'm going to start thinking about the best players that I can get. Now, I know that it's a bit risky, but a guy who's really good in this zone, for me, could be someone like James Harden to get me those amazing assists. Now, LaMelo has been falling quite a lot, and you're going to be able to see where he goes depending on your draft. Again, Shai is a very dependable, healthy player. This bloke slides down the radar so often in Kawhi Leonard. Now, Yahoo has him projected at 60. His value per game right here is around 60. His ADP has gone back to 33. He is a legitimate first-round player. He is going to get me points. He is going to get me assists. He's definitely going to get me those steals. That's what he does. he buoys my field goal percentage. He's an elite free throw shooter as well. Not elite. I think elite is 900 plus, to be fair. Like 890, he's at 872. His total last year was 885. He's pretty bloody dependable from the stripe. He has an opportunity to do more this year again. How many games is always the question that surrounds him. So back to the beginning, this one, Skitty, that was an absolute bloody homer pick from him, but also an excellent pick in Donovan Mitchell there as the second pick for him to go 14th. And then it's Kevin Durant at 15, 16 Kyrie, 17 Sabonis, and 18 is on the clock for Skylar, who, look, Chet and Sabonis, it's an interesting combination. You're probably looking to get rebounds there. I mean, both not very high point scorer guys. Booker from Skylar. Now, that's a shit ton of points from the shooting guard position and point guard position here. You've got Anthony Edwards and Devin Booker. Skylar is just saying, I am going to take all the points in the bloody world off the board from you, and I'm going to do it quite willingly. AD, we'll see what Mike, the bikini-wearing profile picture guy, is going to do. He's teamed up AD with Jalen Brunson. I'm not against it. Look, I've got 3 guys in my queue. They're all there. I don't know if I'm going to be lucky enough to get all of them. I could get one of them. Oh, look, LaMelo and Harden hurt the most here. The best players on the board, you can see I haven't had Scotty Barnes yet in a draft. He's kind of fallen to me here. Do I pick up Scotty? I'd probably have to argue that Scotty Barnes is a good shout at this point. Lillard, I like this as well. Look, I'm going to lean into Kawhi because I want those defensive assists right now. I want those defensive stats, and I'm going to see how it turns around. I'm going to put Scotty in there as a bit of a cheeky one. I actually also like Damian Lillard just to get me a whole bunch of points. James Harden is still around. Oh, no, I think Harden's just gone off the bloody board, hasn't he? Yeah. Harden just went off before me. Kawhi, LaMelo, there he goes. Scotty. Okay, so this is where my picks have gone. My queue is down to Damian Lillard. That's fine. I can work with this because someone who's dropped in value all the bloody time is Fred VanVleet. We've done him in the Yahoo show. We've done him in the ESPN show. The top 25 player. If he is lasting past the turn into the third round, here's a take. Now, my points, they're not bad. SGA, one of the top 5 point scorers in the NBA. Kawhi, he's a 22-ish point per game usage guy. Very happy with getting him in this one. You could quite easily argue that he's about a 25 point a game scorer. It's Damian Lillard's gone off the ball. Fred VanVleet is Jesus. Holy shit. Holy shit. Evan Mobley at 27. Evan, that's not oh my Lord. Damian Lillard before that at 26. De'Aaron Fox at 25. It does leave me Fred VanVleet here. I think that's great value for me to pick him right here. And I am taking Fred VanVleet at 28th quite comfortably. Quite comfortably. Now, he does hurt my field goal percentage, but he does get me those steals. He does lock down the free throws. His points, while not elite, does contribute threes, something that SGA isn't quite good at. Like, he can get them, but he's not a volume 3-point shooter. So I'm kind of just going to relax that a little bit in my estimations and my thinking, and just to bring that down a little bit there. So a lot of the assists and points guys are going to start to flow. Oh my God, airbender. Ja Morant. Look, I like Ja, but at 32, look, there's a pathway. Maybe. But I'm not seeing it. Like, he only 9 games last season. We can't really look into that. I'm going to look at his value from the season before. I'm just going to bring that up on #basketball to just see where Ja ended up at the end of the day last year in the last full season that he played. And yeah, he was at 56 in 61 games. That was in the 22-23 season. So we're looking for a guy there. This is peak fantasy at 32. Lowry Markkanen, great point scorer, would have got me a ton of threes. Field goal percentage is solid, elite free throws, but doesn't get the defensive stats that I want to try and lock down. Now, I can get specialists for steals afterwards. That's absolutely fine, and I'm okay with that. So I'm looking around the other dudes who are going off now to finish this round. So to start off, it was De'Aaron Fox at the beginning of the third. Lillard, Mobley, I took Fred VanVleet, LeBron James in at 29, Paul George, Lowry Markkanen, Ja Morant, Tyrese Maxey, DeJounte Murray. Great pick there by Jake at Bam Adebayo. Cade Cunningham. I can guarantee you Skitty would have been giving him a second look right there going, oh, who do I take? Do I take Bam? Do I take Cade? Maybe Cade comes back to me. Because I tell you what, old mate down here, he absolutely, David, loves a point guard. He's taken Trae Young, Stephen Curry, and Cade Cunningham all off the board straight away. So now where he's going to go? Surprisingly, probably a point guard. He needs to go away for it. There you go. He's filled the small forward spot, and he's thrown in Franz Wagner for that one. Back to Skitty here as well. So I like how the team is shaping up, and I think I'm really strong right now. Okay, I was hoping that Jaren Jackson Jr. was going to decidedly fall, but I'm okay with that. I'm really strong in steals. I'm pretty bloody good in points, but I really want to shore up points because they're going to go off the board soon. I do have my eye, though, on Jalen Johnson. Now, the Jalen Johnson situation is real. He is going before Jalen Williams, who, again, Jalen Williams, he flew off the board at 24. That is the earliest I've ever seen him. And Ronald is in draft. There goes Jalen Johnson, Alperen Sengun. Oh, geez, Paolo, it's coming back to me pretty bloody quickly. And I'm battling a cold. I've also, it's a 2-center league. I'm going to try and do something with this build. I'm going to try and save off centers because they start to go off the round in round 5. So I've got a couple of targets that I'm going to share with you today that I really like. Oh, geez, it's back to me. Now, I love Quickly, but I think it's too soon for him. I like Desi Bane. I like what he can bring me. I like the threes, and I'm just going to lean into Bane because I haven't managed to take him yet, and I do like what he can do for me here. So I'm going to bring in Bane to get me some more points, my threes, and still keep my free throw percentage really high because that's what I'm looking for. Now, usually around this time, because I know in the 5th round, and we're about to round out the 4th round, they started with Franz, Jaren Jackson Jr., Sengun Johnson, Cat Paolo, Jaylen Brown, Miles Turner. I took Bane. See, Jimmy Butler there for me is an easy take. He is best on board, but we've all heard about the trade rumors with the Golden State Warriors today. There's trade packages being built around him. So I'm a little bit buyer beware. Jamal Murray, and finishing off the 4th round right here is Devin Vassell. Now, bringing this back to me, Emmanuel Quickly, that hurts. Ronald, why are you taking... Look, I've got him as a top 50 player. He's gone off the board right there, but I really... I'm good at the point guard position right here. I've got 30 seconds to think about it. Derek White there is one of the best players that I could be picking up. He's not going to give me a bunch of threes. Oh, do I take him? Dude, I do need points, and I know he's going to get me there. I know he's going to get me there every day of the week on points. I also think he's going to buoy my assists in Sacramento. So I haven't taken him often, but I'm going to get DeMar DeRozan right here, and I'm going to regret Derek White. I know that I'm going to regret Derek White, but I've got SGA, I've got Kawhi, I've got Fred VanVleet. My guard spots, because the great thing about Kawhi in Yahoo is, and in most leagues, is that he is SG, small forward, and power forward eligible. Now, I don't know how many minutes he's going to be getting at shooting guard this year in Clipperland, but while you can draft him and while you can use him across the guard spot, the shooting guard spot, the empty guard spot, the SF, the PF, and the F spot, you draft him in there and you're quite happy about it. Okay, so Jarrett Allen going off the board right now. I can tell you Jake would have been absolutely frothing. Skitty would have been frothing. I know it says Jake, but it's Skitty in our hearts. He would have been frothing to get Jarrett Allen there. So this one, Darius Garland, also Homer. He's a big Cavs fan, but he's a smart man. So he's not going to jump too early. But this is obviously here signaling assists because Sabonis, big assist guy for Airbender. Ja, pretty bloody good with assists too. Really shot up last year in his 9 games. Garland. So he's leaning into those. I'm kind of punting away from assists right now. And I'm really leaning into points, threes. I'm building something really strong. I've kept my steals high. My points are good. My threes are very competitive. My free throw percentage is up there. My field goal percentage, not that great. It's competitive again. And you can see in the standings right here, I'm about midway back. But what you can see here is the overall projected 482. So, it just shot up and it's not even my pick yet. Thank you very much. So this is what they're projecting at. 875 if you look by that one. I'm right up the top here. Field goal percentage, you can see these big plus 500 guys, but you can see that I'm really strong. These are all the guys who've got their centers and locking down bigs. Obviously, that's going to buoy it. Now, I'm going to try a bit of a strategy, as I said, and I'm going to look for guys in my next round, in round 6 or 7, like Isaiah Hartenstein. I'm going to go a little bit later today and look for Zubac as well. So I'm going to fill this 2 centers in the 2 center league because you can see here, like I said, in round 5, these guys start to go off the board. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and here it is at 5. Duran, he's off the board. Zion, power forward center, off the board. Jarrett Allen, Rudy Gobert, Vucevic, all coming off the board. Claxton, off the board. So I know these guys are going to start to fly, but you see, I love dudes like Isaiah Hartenstein. They're going to start to really buoy my field goal percentage. Oh, Tobias Harris is still there as well. DeAndre Ayton. This is good pickings for Matty. G very much likes these things. And I'm referring to myself in the third person, which disgusts me. It should disgust you too. But it's good picking around here because I need 2 centers. Now, DeAndre Ayton, pure center. And if he's falling to me around here, I'm really comfortable with that. I've got my eye on him and I've got my eye on Tobias Harris. I'll be lucky to grab 1 or 2 of them because there we go. Ayton's off. That was an auto draft. F you for taking him, but that's fine. Again, so this is where, okay, I'm not going to get him. I need to reposition myself. I know that I've got Hartenstein. I can probably get Hartenstein. I can get Hartenstein around now-ish. I do like him as top 50 value. So I take the gamble. Do I lock up more points and rebounds with Tobias Harris, who's a very good free throw shooter, pretty solid in field goals? I think he'll play a lot of games in Detroit this year. They're looking to win, and he's gone. And that pisses me off. Thanks, Mike. Julius Randle there as well. I think my backup plan here at this point in time is just to buy myself those seconds. So I knew I was going to get Hartenstein next round. I'm just going to take a hot second and breathe. If the guys go off, know where you're going. I'm just going to draft Hartenstein the round early and buy myself a few extra seconds just to pick up who I want. Now, I'm probably looking to get some more eligibility in my forward spot here. I'm looking for points. I'm looking for threes. I'm looking for steals. Bradley Beal starts to come up. Now, I know he's in my guard spot, but there's other guys that I want to start to look at. I really want to look at guys like Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, those guys who can fill around these positions for me. Drew Holiday, an excellent pickup here. Elite free throws, going to get a ton of spades for corner threes. High field goal percentage, drives my assist up. Really good shout there. I think Beal is going to be really good. I think he's going to get a lot of threes. I think his steals generally will be around about a 1 a game. So he's starting to be one of the better guys on board. And I know that this is about the time that he's going to go off. So draft results to finish after Hartenstein, MPJ. D'Angelo Russell at 71. I think it's a good pick. There goes Trey Murphy right there. To Ronald at 72nd. Jabari Smith, he's paired him up. So one of the guys I was after, gone in Trey Murphy. Jabari Smith. Now, this means when Trey Murphy goes, the law of averages will suggest that someone goes like, but what about Herb Jones? So Herb's going to go, oh, Mark Williams is here too. Jesus. He goes off the board. Now, you can see Cam Thomas here has really moved in on his ADP, and that does signify value for me. But I am looking for a little bit more. So I am going to probably lean into Bradley Beal here and just get some more assists, points, steals off the board, and that elite free throw percentage. So I'm going to pick up Beal here. I'm okay with that at 76. I'm not going to complain about it. Knowing that I can, there's a few small forward, power forward options. Now, I'll give you dead to rights. They're coming up. Kyle Kuzma in this round will go to Skitty at pick 11. He loves him, and for good reason. He's always dependable, high points guy, high rebounds guy, pretty good from the free throw line. But what he does do for you is he does take some turnovers. He doesn't offer way much of defensive stats. He wants to be the big dog in Washington, and so bloody be it. So to start off this round, we've had in round 7, Jabari Smith, Nurkic, Mark Williams, Bradley Beal, Lopez, Murray. Keegan's gone off the board. So this is where I'm going to look for guys now. Like, as I said, I'm going to look for guys, and I'm going to put him in my queue and hope and pray that I'm going to look for Zubac. There he is. Ivica Zubac. Now, his ADP is around 102, so I am flirting with the dangerous game. My backup for him will be Gafford. Now, you can see that Gafford's free throw percentage is horrendous. It's not great, but he is going to get me those out of position. He is going to get me those blocks that I like, and he is going to buoy that field goal percentage for this team. I'm also getting him at a discount for me because when he comes back to my next round, as you can see now, we're nearing the hundreds by the time it comes back to me. We've had Lopez, Murray, Cam Thomas, the last of the great standard 20-point scorers will start to go off the board around here. Capella, CJ McCollum. Skitty, are you going to do it? Are you going to take Kuzma? Are you going to take Kuzma, Skitty? If not now, when? That's the big question we want to know. The people want to know, Skitty. Oh, come on. Don't leave me waiting. Take Kuzma. You know you want to. I'm going to even see if I can call him. Drew. Oh, he takes him, you bastard. Let's put him on speaker. Oh, come on. I know you're doing this. You're taking Kuzma with your next pick, aren't you?
No, I took Drew Holiday.
I know, but with your next pick, I'm literally on mic going how much. I just think you're clapping your hands together in this one. You had almost get Darius Garland and Jarrett Aaron fall to you, then got sniped. Then Drew Holiday falls into your lap. Austin Reeves off the board. Are you taking Kuz? Are you taking Kuz?
No.
Thank you, Skitty. Thank you for leaving him for me. Who are you going to take?
No worries, mate. I don't know, actually.
Ooh. Well, this is a fun draft, and I'm Matty like you very much. And I'm also enjoying this one. Go on, Skitty. Don't let me distract you.
Thanks, mate.
Bye, Matty. All right. I thought he was going to do it. I thought he was going to take it. I called in. Oh, who's he taking? He's crafting together a very good team. He had Levine in round 6. I love that one. Vooch. Couple of Bulls stack in there. He does it. Yes. Good on you. He does. He takes Kyle Kuzma at 86. That's a pretty bloody good pick for him right there. You're getting a lot of points off the board and bringing it down. Chris Middleton off the board there at 88. I was hoping mids was going to fall to me. Looking at around now, this is where I have to really get that center. I also really want to strengthen this forward spot, and it's about OG Anunoby time. If he falls to me. Okay, Pirtle goes off, so there's going to be some center hunting. Middleton, Suggs, getting those off the board. I'm probably looking at OG. Yeah, I'm just going to star you up, OG. Now, his ADP is around, so the two guys that I'm looking at, their ADP right now is, you can see, I'll click them on here. You can see that the ADP for old mate OG Anunoby on screen, he's ranked 69, his ADP is there. I think people will be more invested in him than Zubac. So I'm going to put him in my team and pick him up now. And then I'm going to show you Zubac there. His ADP is around 102. So this is where they're starting to go. I'm not going to get both if I don't do it now. I can't just flirt with guys like this. Anthony Simons just trying to lock those points down. Don't mind that from you, Evan. Jordan Poole getting the points off the board. Love that for Orlando. Really strong. Kuminga, another potential 20-point scorer this year. Great. Good for him. I really want Gafford here, but I can probably get Gafford late. I'm going to lock in Zubac and fill in my other center spot. This is a 2-center league, and I do love position flexibility here. So I'm just hoping that I get Zoo. Bogdan, good pick. I like that one. And we'll go back through this 8th round in a hot cotton pick in second. Or do I just lay caution to the wind and take Gafford here and really just up my blocks a little bit? Jalen Green, Evan's taking points. Look, Gafford's had a pretty good trend. People are starting to get up on him. I could probably leave around. Gafford's ADP is, you know what? I'm going to take Zoo because he's a better free throw shooter. I'm going to get my blocker game. I'm going to keep up my field goal percentage, and I'm going to take Zubac because I said I would. So now this is Zubac season around the 9th round. So here's again my centers that I've managed to take off the board. I managed to get Zubac in the 9th, and in the 6th, I've taken Hartenstein at 69. I know that that's good for me for him because he's possibly not going to last either 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, or 75, which is starting to creep up towards his ADP. So I take the risk with the 3 picks after that to go off the board. Now, I've started a bit of the run of the last great centers on the board because Valanciunas has gone off after then. So to start off the 9th round, we've had Homie Jaquez Jr., Bogdan Bogdanovic, Jalen Green. I've taken Zubac, Jalen Green, Zubac, Draymond Green, Valanciunas, John Collins before that one. And now it is back to Airbender. This is a pretty consistently tight draft. I'm probably going to really need to focus in on my rebounds, to be honest. Now, Gafford's going to give me those. Or if I don't get Gafford, hey, guess what? There's a really good bloody handcuff to him, and his name is Derek Lively. And you can see that his rank is down, but his ADP is in the same zone. So the ADP for him is 112. And if we look up here again, Gafford is 111. it's almost like these two guys are tied to each other, and the person who's picking it is looking for the best option outside that on the board. And if you look at the ranks where we are now, Gafford is ranked up there, and on the auto picks, he could just start coming off the board. So I will take Lively, and I'm going to put him in my queue in case Gafford does go, or if, I mean, hopefully, Krista, okay, this is a big one. Let's talk about this. Collins there at 103, 104 is Nas Reed, 105, Jeremy Grant, look, fair. Kristaps Porzingis. Now, this is a good pickup. He is a top 25 player, but when do we get him? And how many games do we get for Kristaps this year? It's a big question around Boston. It's big in the sports media. There is an inkling that he might return nearer the All-Star break. So if your season kicks off in October, that's a week or two at the end there, November, December, and January. That's 15 weeks. Fantasy season is like 21 to playoffs, 20. When do your playoffs start? So are you going to draft him? Are you drafting him now thinking that that's his value? Oh, by the way, lovely text message from Skitty on that one. You bastard, Skitty. Well done. He's taking Chris Paul. Oh, he's taking Gafford. Bastard. And I'm sick. There you go. It's okay. I knew he was going to do that. Son of a bitch. But Walker Kessler's on the board. Now, he might hurt my free throw percentage. He's really going to eat up my rebounds. Caruso going off the board there afterwards. Don't mind that. But Derek Lively's there. Look, it's who's going to get the more minutes, Kessler or Lively? Who's going to do the job that I want them to? Let me put Kessler in here. There goes a Kongwu. I did like that, Kessler. His ADP is 104. His rank is 91. He will get me the rebounds and the blocks that I'm chasing here. But there is another center that I like that's not going to hurt. Is it that time? I think it's that time. RJ Barrett off the board at 115. Mike Conley, 114. Saar. Oh, that's early airbender, 113. You are chasing sunshine. Kongwu, don't mind that at all. Power forward center eligible this year for Atlanta. He'll be playing both, and they are looking to get off Clint Capella. We've heard the tell for a while. This could finally be the year that does it. People are setting their auto queue to get through. We are. There goes Kessler. Look, I'm going to go Al Horford. The guys that I want here, I love Horford. Good field goal percentage in line with my team. He's going to get me rebounds. He's going to get me assists. He's a great underrated playmaker, and his free throw percentage doesn't hurt me either. So I'm quite comfortable that fits my team better. And I'm real silly strong with my steals, especially with guys like OG, Bane in there. Beal gets a couple in there. Fred VanVleet, Kawhi, and Shea. So I'm still very, very competitive in steals. And now I'm looking to just really get points, rebounds, and I'm going to feed some steals again late with someone like Dyson Daniels potentially as well. So I really like how I'm there. And I've kind of punted threes in this build, to be fair. Like I've kind of moved away from that. Now, a good steely boy, a good three boy, but a guy who hurts my free throw percentage, my field goal percentage is Dante DiVincenzo. Grayson Allen also picks that archetype for me. Now, I haven't had a lot of Grayson Allen in my teams this year, but I really want just a really good scorer here to make me more competitive in points. And it's kind of getting into the zone where I might need to go for a Colin Sexton, possibly, as he hasn't gone off the board in this round. Lively after that, Gordon, Trace Jackson-Davis. Love that pick. Huge upside, but you can get him in the 12th round or the 13th round. At the back end of the 10th, Cam Johnson, another great pick there. I like that from you, Evan. Marcus Smart, Denny Advia. Look, I think it's Sexton season. It's Sexton or Keontae George. Whichever one I want to take here, I've got my choice of Utah guards, and I'm okay with either one. The field goal percentage of Colin Sexton is more in line with what I'm after, and so is the free throw percentage, the points and the threes. That's going to be there for Sexton, and I'm going to take him into the team and add that up a little bit. So again, this is where I'm going to put guys in as my specialist in like Daniels. So Dyson Daniels, he is in my last round. So you can see here on the projections, not on the projections, on our draft results, sorry, we are in the 11th round. So I still have 2 more picks to go. And this is where I'm going to bring in those specialists. So flying off the board, everyone's got their auto cues, or they've got who they wanted and they're playing out. Naismith, Brogdon, Mitchell Robinson, Risha Shea from Airbender, Dosunmu, Schroeder, Yeah, Keontae George, bastard skitty. Love that. DiVincenzo, Hart, Thompson, Nemhard, Shaden Sharp. So all these upside guys that we talk about are starting to go off the board right now. Now, there's some really crafty point guards around this time. You've got guys like D'Anthony Melton on here. You've got guys and steal specialists from last year like Keon Ellis. We like him. He can add some points and some corner threes. Jeremy Sohan is still in the mix. Why is Sohan still about? Now, I know his ADP is 145, which means sometimes in 12 rounds he's gone. Gary Trent's gone off. I love that. Gary Trent was a guy I could have potentially bought in here, but I'm going to go in for my guy Dyson Daniels, and I'm going to help to lock down those steals right here, and I'm really good with that, and I'm comfortable with getting those steals. Again, I've kind of punted threes. Now, his projected total is 61. We saw him in the Olympic Games more willing to shoot, and he's going to have to work off the ball with Trae Young and the team. Trae loves his float game, but he loves his kick game. Right after this one, we've had Dyson Daniels, Scoot Henderson in pick 10 and the 12th. Pods, Stephen Castle looking for upside. This is upside city time, or it's dependable city time. Now, I'm pretty good with my point guards and my shooting guards. I do need to add some depth probably to my I've got Al Horford there. I probably need a power forward or another center I can bring into this one. Look, I keep on going into the claptrap and picking up my old mate my old mate PJ Washington, but he's just gone off the board there. So I love that from him. I'm probably looking at Melton's there. I don't know. I don't do that. Look, I'm gonna get Sohan. I like what Sohan can do. I think it's nonsensical not to take him. An improved playmaker last year. He will get me steals a game. The threes down. I've punted away from threes, and I'm going to probably bring that one in here now. Now, on the standings, I've been competitive around this way, but again, I've shored up my field goal percentage. I'm near that 500 marker, which I like. So again, I'm up at the top over there. I'm near the top here on threes. You can see I'm completely punted threes here. But points, yeah, that's going out the window. Rebounds, on their projections, I'm down. But I've really locked up assists. I've locked up steals. I'm pretty competitive in the box. And my turnovers, I'm very competitive with as well. So again, this is of a point system when you're looking off your rankings with Yahoo. So it kind of combines your points and your categories. But I really like the flexibility that I've managed to get out of the team. Like, I really like what I managed to do there. Let's go through it and see where we've ended up with on this SGA build. And we're going to go here. And actually, let's look at Skitty's team first and what he ended up doing here. Let's go Jake's build. So obviously, he's made some excellent picks down the back end of this one that I was really happy with, like the Drew Holiday pick towards the end there. Love that. Keontae George, love that late in his draft. Benedict Mathurin, loving that from him. Bam Adebayo at value. Gafford, great value from him. The last pick in the draft there goes off to be Grayson Allen, Benedict Mathurin, Norm Powell, and Vince Williams Jr. Zach Edey was the other center that I was thinking of late to pick up if I needed to get one center. He's gone off here at 152. And this, as you can see, is a 13 rounder. So this I'm pretty comfortable with right about here, that everyone's grabbed who they've needed to fill the positions. But the upside guys is a good mix of upside guys in the last round. And it's a good mix of, I need this. What holes do I have to fill? And I've plugged and played. Guys like Buddy Hield, D'Anthony Melton, upside guys, Vince Williams Jr. if he gets additional minutes. You could say Benedict Mathurin, year 3, still set for more minutes possibly in Indiana. Bit of upside there. So we're working around with picks like that, and it's really conducive here. Upside guys, I think Sohan, still an upside guy. He's been around a little bit. You can see the dependable guys in PJ Washington and Wendell Carter Jr. there, helping to bring that in a little bit as well at the back end of this draft. Overall, really, really happy. I've consolidated off SGA strengths. Let's go over to my view on this one and my team to see how I've done it. And I think I'm actually pretty bloody happy with it. Lots of steely boys, really high field goal percentage for a team with a lot of guards. I'm very competitive right across the board. I've punted rebounds and threes. Again, don't need those from those guys. What I need to get is I need to be very competitive. I need to be competitive in blocks. I need to be competitive in steals. I need to be competitive in field goal percentage. I need to be competitive in free throw percentage. And off roto projections, off RotoWire projections, off the team, I'm sitting number 1. Basketball Monster here. Also, let me upload the team. I gotta go. Wait. Let me upload. I've got to do that. I didn't get to do that through the team. I'm probably looking bloody good. but I'm really happy with how it's taken out. SGA with my first pick. I partnered him up with Kawhi, Fred VanVleet, Desi Bane, DeMar DeRozan, OG Anunoby, good value for him, Hartenstein, Zubac, Beal, Horford, Sexton, Dyson Daniels, and Jeremy Sohan. I could probably not be more pleased with that one and see how it's panned out. I'm going to take a screenshot of this. I'll upload the team and the final projections online, but I am really comfortable with this SGA build. I've managed to get my guys, tick. I've managed to lock down the categories I wanted to, tick. And I've also managed to adapt when I've been sniped off other picks by having those backup plans. That's one of like the most important things, having it in your head where you need to go. Like before, I had 3 guys. I need my center right now. Who are my 3 guys? It's Gafford, it's Lively, or it's Horford. I preferred Horford because he fitted my build better, but I really wanted to buy the field goal percentage. Does ding the free throw percentage, but again, mine was super strong, so I kind of probably had that in the bag. I'm like really strong, as you saw, in free throw percentage. So I could have taken a slight hit because they're not volume guys. But Gafford and Lively went off the board. They probably would have done my team a little bit better for the field goal percentage and made that even more competitive. And I'm competitive as it is now. But again, this is the power of being able to change tact. Al Horford fits in nicely. The other 2 go off the board. I was comfortable and confident with taking that guy. So if you want to make sure you're getting those guys, make sure you're getting all the fresh details, you need to check this out and listen to our Patreon.
Want to take your fantasy sports game to the next level? Insight Fantasy Sports are bringing you exclusive content all year round, such as preseason draft guides, player rankings, waiver wire advice, statistical deep dives, priority podcast questions, and tons more. So what are you waiting for? Get full access to the experts. Go to patreon.com/Insight Fantasy Sports and subscribe to Insight Unlimited today.
That's right. Make sure it's all locked in. Get onto the Patreon and get that big draft guide. That kit is available for only 30 Australian dollars. The most recent set of projections from myself, Skitty, Mally, and Matrix are all coming out. I'm going to go cough and blow the nose. This coldness is horrible. Wishing you well. Like and subscribe. We'll see you soon, folks.